I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Greetings and salutations. Uh, it's 7:18 a.m. It's the 14th of November 2025. Thank y'all for the live stream and the support from yesterday. Thank y'all for the support from yesterday. I made some change. You know. Thank you for the donations. Cash App, super chats. Shout out to um I forgot the guy's name who gave me the 20. He changed his name. What's his name? Oh my God, Supreme Coon. Yeah. Yeah. Shout out. Thank you for that $20 super chat. Supreme King Coon. Yeah. SKC. Yeah. SKC. Shout out to SKC for the super chat. Um, I'm gonna address something. Yeah, I put a video down on private for a reason yesterday, and nigga, to the nigga who have a problem, what I just said, nigga, there's a reason why I put the video I did on what's it called, daddy girl dads. I put that on private, but it's back on public though. It's back on public. Don't worry about it, nigga. Since you're crying about it, you know, nigga. Don't you ever, when somebody's making a topic, I'll put it like this to you. If somebody's making a video, a live stream, you got to use some comprehension. If you're going to sit there and use my video, don't worry. I'm gonna do a separate video for you though. I'm gonna do a little separate video for you. But nigga, if you can't comprehend what I said, then you got no business trying to respond to my video. No, I splashed no expressions on that video. The video was answered to a form of a question. I was asking in a form of a question, should girl dads be eliminated from the red pill community? That was the question I proposed, and then I explained further why it's both stupid and idiotic for y'all to make that conclusion. And nigga, uh just because I didn't say no names, nigga, I wasn't talking to you. Because every time when I do a video, I said check the links in the description box. Nigga, you ain't that smart. Now, if your name is not Edward Anderson, if your name is not May the Alchemist, if your name is not Keep It 100. See, Keep It 100 and Edward Anderson is the ones who I'm referring to about girl dads. I know who I'm talking to because they're in the description box. The people who I'm referring to are in the description box. The videos that both these two men made, and yes, what made the Alchemist made on the side, because she made a little video. So I'm really talking about two men and one woman. Nigga, you're not even included into my conversation. All you is a fucking irritant. That's all you ass is. Now back to the point. Oh, let me say this to you, to that other nigga who's in that chat room, right? To that nigga who's in that chat room, I want you to understand something. Trying to pretend, trying to use my name. I want to say thank you for using my name in that nigga's chat room because you really brighten up his fucking day. Okay. Now, where was I at, y'all? Where was the fuck I was at? I'm gonna say this to Joey, right? Joey, nigga, you a punk ass bitch. Nobody asked you about what's going on over here. None of the people over here asked anything about you. You're a troublemaker. I don't fuck with punk ass bitch niggas like you. You should be more worried about your boy Umar. You should be more worried about Umar Johnson. That's what you should be worried about. And since we're talking about Umar Johnson and such, right? Concerning the rail. All of my enemies so far, people who I considered enemies, y'all now are footstools. The rail about to go to prison. Warren and Nene split up. They're getting a divorce. One of them about to end up in hell or in a jail cell. I don't know which one, but both of them going to, one or the other going to end up on the ground, in the ground, or behind bars. The other nigga, Reg, well, I ain't worried about him. It's over with for him. He's not. I really don't count him anymore in this regard because he got rid of the bad people. So that's good on that part. But for the rest of you, y'all try to clown and let's look at Tommy. Tommy over here crashing the fuck out. And I don't know why y'all want to give Tommy the time of day. Tommy trying to find a new home. I don't know. I don't understand why like some of you Negroes want to give Tommy Sotomayor a platform. I want to give that piece of shit a platform. Let that nigga starve. Starve his ass out. Now you can't sit there and say you're for this, you for the black woman, you can't sit talking about the black women. You can't talk about you're here to protect the black community. You can't sit there and talk about the black. We need to protect the black community We need to sit there and protect the black woman, the black women's out here, and then you're platforming Tommy. No, Tommy Sotomayor needs to be deplatformed. That's another enemy out the fucking way. Now I bet you he'd show up over here though. He won't have a minute. See, I believe in deplatforming. And Joey, don't you ever attack people over here who ain't fucking with you. Yeah, hold on. Let me get right back to Joey. Don't you ever attack anybody who ain't fucking with you. Nobody ain't bothering you, nigga. Now you doing this shit because of the niggas who you hang around with. What's going on, Eric? What's going on with you? Oh yes, I love this. I love seeing my enemies getting their just desserts. It's a long time coming. Now the only thing I gotta say, I wish it was immediate. I wish it was immediate punishment, but things don't work out the way on the timeline that I wish it would be. But but yeah. So it's Friday. I should be sleep, just getting off from work. You see, we live in a world um, where there's a lot of injustice. We live in a world where there are nightmares instead of dreams. We got a lot of more toxicity than substance, nourishment. And then when it's time to call for leadership, there's nobody to pick up the call or answer the call. So yeah, that's the type of world though we live in. And I believe things will get worse before it gets better. And I think I think this is a decade. I think the 2020s, the 2020s, I think this is the worst decade, one of the worst decades in recent history. No matter where you are on the globe, it's the same story. Hopelessness. Not one country in this world is having good times or great times. Yeah, we live in a winter of discontent. and it shows. So yeah. Yeah, I'm being very dark with this. At the same time, I'm celebrating, you know, disposalment of enemies. So, oh well. But anyway, thank y'all for showing up yesterday and the donations, the super chats I received. You know, I needed that. I needed that. Something I can laugh at too. That song has been stuck in my head all night. Last night, Caramel Skin for Concrete Rose. There's no caramel about Concrete Rose. That is a dark skinned woman. What the hell, man? You calling her caramel skin, nigga? That's nigga. You dumb. Sister George not even caramel either. What the hell are you talking about, man? That girl's milk chocolate. Come on, stop it. But the shit is hilarious though. Listen to that shit all night. As a player shit backwards and forwards, just laughing at that shit. Let's talk about the other enemy, right? The other enemy. Trumpism is another enemy. So Donald Trump got up on TV and he said something that if this was Barack Obama or any other president, y'all would have a fit. Y'all would have a fit. Okay? Y'all would have a fucking fit right now. Y'all having a conniption fit. And notice that MAGA is silent. Where are the videos of Donald Trump calling y'all lazy? Where he said 73% of Americans are lazy. Wait a minute, I thought this was supposed to be America first. Where are these panels? Where are these MAGA panels defending your American manhood, your American womanhood? Don't sit there and say that Donald Trump is a patriot when he just showed y'all, according to y'all's logic, you're not. So when the Japanese, let's go back 30 years ago, right? Let's go back to 1992, 1991, 92. Some of y'all who live it older, you might remember this. Remember when the Japanese prime minister said that the American worker are lazy? Remember that? And then you got a wave of Americans protesting, had boycotts of Japanese products. You know, everybody was boycotting Sony, Mitsubishi, Honda. What's the other Japanese brand? I forgot. Nintendo. Some of your video games back then was being boycotted because the Japanese prime minister said that the American workers is lazy. Now that the now that the American president said that his own people are lazy, I have yet to hear any of you Make America Great Again clowns say anything. Why are you silent? Where is where's Ben Shapiro at? Where's Dinesh D'Souza at? Where's uh Steven Crowder on this? Where's the Turning Point USA folks at? Where's Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk at? Where are you MAGA people at now? Since y'all still want to jump on the Trump train. Now he called y'all lazy. He said we need other groups of people to take over. Wait a minute, and this is what's so funny about it. He just called y'all lazy after he got rid of Ramaswamy, when Ramaswamy said the same thing about H1B1s late last year. See how that worked? See the hypocrisy of MAGA, his hypocrisy of the Trump heads, the Trumpites. It's very astounding. I call it the Roseanne Barr effect. The mud seals. See, Roseanne Barr, if you ever watch that TV show, right? You know what? I forgot to monetize this live stream, by the way. So it doesn't matter. It's not gonna get no ads anyway. I forgot to monetize it. Why won't YouTube just have a automatic monetization button so you don't have to keep clicking on before, never mind, forget it. When y'all do, the mud seals are increasingly being shown who they really are. The mud seals of society just shown that you're not that bright. Y'all are anti-intellectual. Excuse me, anti-intellectual. Y'all don't want to learn anything. See, let me tell you something about the mud seal. The mud seal whites. And when I say mud seals, I'm talking about the poor white factions in society. They can't grasp the concept that the upper class whites don't want them around. Big J, what are you talking about? See, the mud seal always believe, and I should do a video on this, but who knows? The mud seal see themselves in the position of the upper class whites, of the upper class of society. So the mud seals is at competition against the whatever minority group is nearby. See, the mud seals live close to or by the black population, the Hispanic population, the Asian population, and so forth. Whatever other population there is, they're generally nearby because the black population or the other minority populations are at an economic disadvantage. But what they don't seem to see, what they're feared of is that group that is among them is going to outshine them. And because of white supremacy, of this thing we call white supremacy, they clinging onto whiteness. To dear life. They're clinging on it for dear life in the effort not to in the effort not to better themselves and to blame others. These are the same people that will vote against the Department of Education. These are the same people that will sit there and cheer about SNAP. Oh, look, black single mothers is on SNAP. Yuck, 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 yuck. But during this whole government shutdown, they was on social media crying about where's our food stamps, where's our Medicaid, blah 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 blah. Where's my food stamps? Where's my child assistance? See, while they're over here talking about DEI, when DEI mostly helped the white female among them. See, MAGA, we gotta make sure after Trump leaves, MAGA does no longer exist. Because all it does, it embraced the lowest income idiot, the class, the people who don't know shit, and empower them to be further to drag society to a place of ignorance and distractions. That's what this is about. The mud seals, the Roseanne Barr types I'm referring to. Like the O'Connors from a Roseanne Barr show. They're a prime example when I'm talking about. You see, Roseanne Barr see Bill Cosby. And no, I'm not. When I said Bill Cosby and Roseanne, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the image. I'm talking about the archetypes, the archetypes of those two TV shows. And what's so funny about it? Those two TV shows came from the same producer. By the way, I think Bill Cosby produced both Roseanne Barr and his own show. But anyway, correct me if I'm wrong on that. But the archetype of the O'Connors and the archetype of the Huxtables. See, the Connors, they fear the Huxtables. How did the Huxtables gain this amount of education and influence while the Connors is doing shitty ass jobs, when the Connors was supposed to be in the position of the Huxtables in the first place? You know what? I might do a video on that. I might do a deeper analysis video on that. The O'Connor, the O'Connor family, the Connor family from Roseanne versus the Huxtables from the Cosby Show, and see, I think this should be a perfect dynamic of this should be the perfect dynamic of the Mud Seal. You know, see, the Mud Seal uses internet, especially Twitter, to malign black people, and then we get silly Negroes on here. You know, these misogynistic niggas falling. You know, because these misogynistic niggas on here who wants to be close to whiteness would rather tag team with a white racist person who's usually a Mud Seal. And I've always asked this question, and this go right back to punk ass Joey. Joey, I don't give a flying fuck what you think about me or Queen Sunkiss. How come you want to troll me and her when we did nothing to your black ass, yet though you would never go after a racist white person? Explain that one, Joey. See, if me and you was in the same room, you wouldn't be doing this ho ass shit. And I ain't no tough guy, but I'm really getting tired of the disrespect from you bitch ass niggas on now over here. But I digress. Anyway, where was I at? Right? Where was I at? You know what? I'm gonna end it here. Um, yeah, I'm gonna end it right here. Shit, I'm tired. So I'm gonna get off of here. Uh, y'all be easy. I'm gonna catch me some Z's. Yeah, I'm already tired, man. I'm slurring my speech right now. Yeah. Um, give me some Z's, and hopefully I do a live stream before I uh for this evening. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for the donations, though. And yes, I misspelled. Thank you, but I did this in haste. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.